back to another Redstone map showcase. Today, we are going to be taking a look at our Spongebob Squarepants Redstone house. Just take a look at this. It looks so cool, and it's jam-packed, filled with amazing redstone creations. Now, this map is actually not created totally by us. It was created by Lee H.C. Bone. He created everything you see around us. We just went ahead and took this and converted it into a redstone house. Our build team did that, and specifically you see this on the build team. So I really do recommend you guys go check out the original creator and support him, as well as there you can also find a download for the original map. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this really awesome redstone house. Also, if you guys want to see any of the other structures converted into a redstone house, definitely tell me and we will eventually transform every single structure on this map. Anyways, let's go ahead and enter the house. We still have that command block door, but once we get in here, we have all of the redstone. Now, straight away, you guys can notice the design. That is all credit going towards the original creator. But over here, we do have a redstone creation, which is going to be a working TV or cinema. And this is basically going to be turned on by the flick of this lever. When we right click on it, it's just going to push the blocks from one side to the other. It's not a super advanced cinema, but it's really cool for role playing, and it's there for you guys to enjoy. So that is basically our working cinema. Pretty cool stuff. And then back here we have our kitchen as well as our stairs. Let's go ahead and take a look at our kitchen first. Inside our kitchen we have all of these amazing decorations, as well as we do have an industrial furnace. You guys might be familiar with this already. We put down our fuel to the left, and we put down the items we want to cook or smelt into the middle. Then they get sent into a system of furnaces and then get outputted on the chest to the right. So we already have some items over here, but we'll come back to this in just a second and take a look at the outputs. Now, while that's working, let's check out some of the stuff at the back of the house. Okay, so let's walk out this door, and this is basically the backyard. You have a nice view of the rest of Bikini Bottom, as well as Squidward's house and Patrick's house, but also you do have this working redstone contraption, which is basically going to be a pool. This thing is so cool, so let's go ahead and check it out by simply flicking on this lever, and just check this out, guys. It's going to pull all of the blocks into the ground and also push these lights into the wall, give us some lighting, and then dispense a whole lot of water. I mean, this thing is really amazing, and I really love that this was added into the house itself just to give it a bit more character. So now we could go ahead and flick that lever again, and all of the water and all of the thing just goes away, and you can just walk right over it. I mean, how awesome is that? Now let's go ahead and check out what's been cooking in our kitchen. So let's take a peek into our chest and see if we have any outputs. So apparently we have 3 steaks inside of our chest. It's really cool. We can then num on that while we explore the rest of the house. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the staircase area, and this basically connects back around over here, and I'm just showing you guys that so you don't get lost. But anyways, this is our staircase, but in the staircase we do have a very nice secret. So if you come over here to this corner and grab the SpongeBob's record, we can basically place that record into our jukebox, and then a secret area opens up beneath our staircase. How cool is that we have enough space to add something like this into the game? Now we do hear the music playing in the background, so let's just go ahead and turn that off really quick. That way it doesn't get too distracting, and there you go. And what's cool about this is that it's going to lead towards a Jellyfish Jam Lab, which is just amazing. I love this idea. We would walk down into this area. This is going to be, of course, a security input. We have a 9-digit passcode combination lock, and the passcode is 4. And then we need to wait for the pistons to move, then enter 2, 6, and 8. And once we do that, it should go ahead and open up the door. We have a reset button to kind of close back the door once we leave. But when we walk through this, as you guys can see, we have our Jellyfish Jam Lab. We have our regular jellyfish to the left, excuse me, and then we have our infamous blue jellyfish to the right-hand side. I don't know about you guys, but I watched a lot of SpongeBob when I was a kid, and the blue jelly was like something I've always wanted. But anyways, here we are. It's pretty much just going to be a role-playing system, and it's going to allow us to create potions. This is going to be an automatic potion brewing station, and it's really advanced and it's very simple to use. So if I want to create any one of the potions that I want, I just need to point towards the main ingredient. So if I want to go ahead and create the potion of strength, I right click on this arrow and point it towards our blaze powder, which is really awesome. And if you guys aren't familiar with the system, it might be blowing your minds right now, because any ingredient that you point towards, it's going to select. And I really love that about redstone. Now once you have the ingredients selected, you want to make sure that there's water bottles placed into that hopper. Then once you have that, you can flick one of these levers to add in a specific enhancement. Of course, the redstone dust is going to add in more duration, the glowstone powder is going to add in more power, and then our gunpowder is going to basically create a splash potion. And you can only actually use one of these, so what I'm going to do is right click on the gunpowder one, and that should go ahead and add a minute and 20 seconds into the mix. And then we could go ahead and come back over here, right click on that button, and it will start creating our potions, as you can see. Now in the meantime, we do have some potions in here that were already created. I'm just going to go ahead and delete that way we don't get confused, and then we can wait for these potions to finish brewing. So once our potions have finished brewing, they would automatically be sent into our chest, and there you go, we have our potion of strength. I'm not sure why the gunpowder didn't work, but either way, we do have what we wanted, and we just need to drink it this time instead of splashing it onto the ground. I have tried out the different duration as well as the power enhancements, and they do work. So yeah, that is pretty much our automatic brewing area. It's really cool, and I quite like this design, especially for this map. Anyways, let's go ahead and head back upstairs and take a look at the other redstone, because there's still a lot that we need to take a look at. Alright, so we can reclose that door by simply resetting it, as you guys can see. And we can walk up our staircase and go back towards our jukebox, grab that music disc, and then our staircase basically comes back to the original state. We could walk up over here, and then once we pass these pressure plates, it's going to open up a fireplace in the wall, which is really cool to give us some heating, as well as of course to give us some additional lighting. On this side, we have SpongeBob's library. As you guys know from the show, he does have a quite huge library. Then on this side, we do have a few different redstone creations. This first one is going to give us a bunch of XP bottles kind of popping from the ground, and just give us a lot of experience for us to enchant items. And then once we have that, we can come over here and right click on this to open up a instant fireplace from the wall. I guess the map creator likes fireplaces because he added in two of them right next to each other. But yeah, that's really awesome. It goes away and comes out of the wall pretty quickly. On this side, we have a pop-up crafting table, as you guys can see. And then you right click on that for it to go back into the ground, which is really cool. And finally, we do have this passcode lock input. We basically point all of the feathers towards the light in the center, and once we do that, it opens up an area on this side of the map. And now it makes sense to have our XP bottle dispenser, because we can come over here, grab ourselves a sword, and then we can enchant this sword from 5 to 28 levels, or yeah, that's basically it, 5 to 28. And now our sword has fire aspect 2, sharpness 3, and knockback 2 with 9 attack damage, which is pretty insane. So yeah, that is pretty much our library. There's a lot of things going on over here, and it's really cool. And I just want to point out the decorations because, of course, a lot of work went into that. Now we can actually change the configuration of the sign, and then our area closes. As you guys can see, it's really cool, and you can just mess up all of these so no one will ever figure out the combinations. So walking past our library, we'll get to another staircase, and at the top of this staircase, we will find ourselves an Armorstand Swapper with 3 different armors. We simply right click on that button and it switches between the armors. So we have our diamond, our gold, as well as we have our iron and chainmail. I think we only have chainmail because that would make 4. So yeah, there's the chainmail, diamond, and of course our gold SpongeBob armor. So yeah, it's pretty much our Armorstand Swapper. On this side, we have ourselves a bathroom. There is really no lighting in here for some reason, and I'm using shaders, so it's kind of dark, but we do have ourselves a working shower. I really love this design. As you guys can see, it like spawns water and makes it go away, and it looks like water's falling down as it is onto your body, much like a shower. I've never really seen this before, even though it's a really small design. I quite like it. And on this side, we do have ourselves a dispenser for our toilet paper, as well as if we drop stuff into the toilet itself and then hit that button, it should go away. So check that out. That is so cool. Now we could leave that working bathroom and check out to this closet, which just has a random chest inside of it. So yeah, that's really awesome. I love how the bathroom just works so seamlessly and so well. At the top of our house, or at the top floor of our house, we have the doorway for our bedroom. This is going to be another command block door, and this is like the original door for the game. We right click on that button, we enter our bedroom, and here is SpongeBob's bed with his iconic diving board. We can go up here and just dive down. Check this out. Whoa! And yeah, that is pretty much how he gets to bed every single night. As well as if you have another redstone creation right over here, it's going to dispense 16 ender pearls because that is a stack. And a lot of you have been saying I don't know what a stack of 16 ender pearls is, but usually when I mess up with something, I don't go back to it because it just makes for a very terrible video. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the other redstone creations in this room. We have a window over here where we can see the Krusty Krab, as well as the mall and the kelp shake area. But over here in this wall, we have another creation, which is going to be a redstone storage system. When we hit that, it's going to push up our bookcases and expose 6 different chests. I mean, just take a look at this. This thing is so cool, and then we can store pretty much anything that we want in here. We can store Krabby Patties or just our jellyfishing gear. Alright, so now we need to go ahead and right click on this, and it pushes our bookcases back down, and it was like it was never there. How neat is that? Let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time. I just really love that design, especially since the house is sort of small, so there's barely any room to add most of these things in, but he managed to do it. Anyways, let's go back out this door and take a look at the next redstone creation, which I think is going to be the final one. We step over here, it's basically just going to be an elevator. We hit this button, then it pushes us all the way to the top of SpongeBob's house. If you're ever wondering what's up here, it's a small area. I think they showed it in one episode of SpongeBob, but it's great that this has been, added in to the map itself because it does allow you to experience what SpongeBob's experience is. Yeah, this is basically what the area looks like. It's just going to contain a seating arrangement as well as an umbrella and then some minor decorations. There's not really much over here, but yeah, it's really cool. So let's go ahead and just quickly fly around the property and give you guys a good look at that. Obviously, I didn't really do that before, but as you can see, it's a very nice looking pineapple under the sea. Anyways, guys, this is pretty much going to wrap up today's redstone map showcase. If you guys did enjoy it and you want to see more maps or houses modified from this specific map, be sure to go ahead and take 1 second to crush that like button. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below and tell me if you liked the house. If you didn't like the house, you can submit your own in the description box down below, as well as don't forget to subscribe to see when I post my videos. This was Twiistz, and I'll see you guys next time.